So my name is Maham Aziz and I am a psychologist. I've done BS in psychology from Foreman Christian College and I have also done MPhil in psychology from Government College University, Lahore. And I have also worked with autistic children and that was all.
So the first question that we'll be asking you is, what are the psychological impacts of the dowry system on individuals who are subjected to it, both before and after marriage?
Okay. So, first of all, I want you guys to understand that what kind of pressure a family goes through when they know that their financial condition is not that well, but they have to give their daughter an asset like property, so much gold, a car, and so many other things that the in laws ask for. So, can you imagine the mental pressure on the family and on the daughter? She might think that I'm not sufficient enough and I'm not my what is my self-worth. She might question her self-worth even before marriage and even after marriage. I want you guys to know that if a person gets enough dowry for the in-laws, they still question that this is left. Mom, the daughter-in-law couldn't bring a good bed, a good fridge. People have attempted suicide because of these matters, because it impacts their mental health, it impacts their self-esteem, and it impacts their and it causes a lot of anxiety and depression in a person. Okay.
Now, I would love
You're welcome.
to ask that how might the expectation of receiving or providing dowry influence a person's self-esteem and self-worth?
As I explained that if a person knows that I am not enough for my husband and I have to bring an asset with me, that itself is a mental pressure. And another thing that I would like to add on today, like we all know Pakistan's inflation right now. People are not even able to have a good quality life. How would they manage to like give a new Toyota car or a new property plot in DHA to their mother, to their in-laws? It causes a lot of what conflict, mental pressure. So yeah, I think that's the answer that I have to say. And the other thing that for example, if you are like you guys are young girls, if I would say that okay, if you want to meet me and if you want to come and like get into a relationship, but no, that's not enough. I think you're not enough. You have to give me a Toyota car, then only I'll accept you. It's a question on a person's self-worth.
Yes, you're totally right. The third question is, are there common emotional challenges that individual faces when they try to resist or try to eliminate the dowry practice within their families or communities?
Oh, all right. Yes, I have a very good answer to that. There are some girls that have educated, they've gotten a good education. So they would say, no, it's not, it's prohibited in Islam as well. I would follow my religion. It's not right. Why would I pay someone to marry me? I am actually paying someone to marry me. Why would I? Then that daughter is usually called bold,
Yes.
from their own families as well. Their daughter mother would say, no, it's a practice that we have been following, we will have to follow this, and there is no question, because otherwise your in-laws will think that we don't love you enough. And it happens, it actually happens. Yes.
You're totally right. Yes.
Thank you.
In your experience, how does the dowry system affect the mental health of brides or grooms who are burdened by these expectations?
I want to say that there are some grooms right now that do not want to take dowry as well, but there is a societal pressure and a pressure of their family as well. That when we wed off our daughter, we gave so much. So when your wife will come, she should also bring. So it's like a balance system. Okay, but the importance that is given to the groom is so much that yes, you're marrying the daughter, so you should have a new car, you should have an asset with her, you should have some kind of gold. That makes the groom sometimes he also thinks, yes, I'm something like important, so I should get all
Yes.
of these. Yes, so that's the reason. And there are some grooms that are educated now and they say that's no, we don't want anything else. But again, the groom's mother will say, okay, if you don't want to give some specific thing, just as you like, just whatever your daughter can use. This sentence, whatever your daughter can use, also brings a lot of pressure on the parents of a daughter, that okay, my daughter needs a new like crockery, a table set, a bed set, and what not. So yeah, that's how they affect the mentality of the groom and bride.
Yes. And what coping mechanisms do individuals employ when they find themselves caught between the personal beliefs and the cultural demand for dowry?
All right. Coping mechanisms, I would say that there were no awareness about the dowry system and how can we overcome this situation. But nowadays you can seek help from you can seek help by creating awareness, like you guys are creating awareness about dowry.
Yes.
I know inshallah it will benefit many people around there out there, and they will think, no, I am enough. I don't need to bring a new car. I don't need to
Yes.
bring a new car. I am enough for my husband. Okay.
That's
Uh,
exactly what we want them to think.
yes, and I'm so proud of you guys that you're doing this. You're, like actually you're youngsters. I'm really proud of you. So another coping mechanism, I would say that interventions, therapies, you can go to a counseling as well. If you think, no, my sister brought so much gold to her husband. Now I need to do that too. Otherwise, my husband will not love me. My in-laws will not love me. You need to seek counseling. You need to go to a therapist, and they will explain you that you yourself is enough. And you also need to set boundaries. If you think that the in-laws are asking for these kind of dowry, you should just simply say no, because by this demand you can know that they're not good people. If they are good people, they would never ask for a penny. Okay.
And are there particular personality traits or psychological vulnerabilities that might make someone more skeptical to succumbing to the pressures of the dowry tradition?
Yes, there are, because if you think a person like a father is not doing well, he is not financially stable, and he's poor, he would think that I am not enough. I am unable to give dowry to my daughter. He will never think that it is not okay to give dowry. He will see himself as the loser. Okay, so these kind of people, like not financially stable, people who have less self-esteem, people who lack confidence, they will always think that it's something is wrong with us, not with the demand of dowry. Okay, guys.
Are there any parallels between the psychological impact of dowry and other forms of financial or material based pressure within relationships?
Yeah, there is a relationship, but as I've explained already, that if you ask for dowry, it creates a pressure. If you are unable to meet that pressure, if you are unable to meet that demand, that expenses, it creates a conflict. It creates depression. It creates anxiety. It creates a big havoc in your mind. That what is happening over here? Okay, so I think it shatters a person's self-esteem. In a nutshell, I would like to say.
From a clinical perspective, what strategies or interventions can be effective in empowering individuals and communities to challenge and eventually eradicate the dowry practice?
Are you asking from a clinical perspective? That again, I will say that you need to take counseling. You need to ask your therapist, am I not enough? Do I need to bring something to my husband, or I am capable of providing him love, support, and respect, and that would be enough for him? So the therapist will actually tell you, he or she, any therapist will make you think that you yourself is enough. You do not need to carry a burden in your head. And sometimes the daughters, I've also seen daughters, they create a pressure on their parents as well, that no, my mother-in-law has asked for this, so I need to bring that. No, you need to seek counseling, you need to seek help, you need to create awareness. There are many ways to create awareness: print media, social media. Social media is like so in nowadays. So you can create awareness. There is a women group on Facebook, which is, I think its name is Soul Sisters. You can ask that, is it normal? You can ask a mullah as well. You can I mean that you can ask a religious scholar. If that person is religiously if that person you're going to marry is religious, and it follows Islam says that it is prohibited to take dowry. Prohibited to take dowry. So why are you thinking that no, I need to bring that? So you need to seek help, create awareness, listen to the, and sometimes you need to just listen to other women, other strong women. Okay, by just sitting with them, by just listening to them, you will realize no, I am capable.